Hi! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We are going to be painting Meet Me in Capri. So if you want to paint along with me in this painting, let's do it. So I'm going to grab some painting. I have this already traced out. And then here's another little sheet I have with all of the paints I need. So let's go get the paints. Are you ready? All right, let's go get the paints. And let me know if you can hear Bobby. He is outside cleaning. I told him I had to film. And so now he's outside with the, let me see if y'all can see him. I'm like, really, dude? Let's see if you can see Bobby. Where'd he go? Oh, he's right there. Can you see him? He's got the wind blower, the leaf blower. Anyway, I'm like, you know I had to film, but I don't want to stop him because I want the place to look pretty. Okay, so we're going to grab some paint. We need white, black. Let me go ahead and put this in a holder. And then that way we can get some paint together. And I also want to just remind you, today is the last day. Ugh. Dang it, y'all. I don't know what is going on. I am so sorry. Today is the last day to join Paint Party Headquarters. So if you have been thinking about that, now is your time because you have a few more hours. You have till midnight, and then we don't open the doors until fall. So I'm going to grab some pinks, let me see if I can show you this up close because this holder isn't working. Sorry about that. I don't want to make you dizzy. And I hope I can see your comments. Let's see if your comments are coming. Let's see. Hopefully they are coming through. So please say hi. Tell me where you're from so I know if comments are coming through. Okay, so I'm going to grab the Dragon Fruit Electric Pink. Let me see if I can get a different pink here. I'd like an electric if possible. And can you hear Bobby out there? Hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, so we got the electric pink. Now I'm going to get a sugared peach and a coral shell. So let's see if I have a sugared peach. There's a baby blush. That actually might work. Or a cotton candy. Oh, here's kind of a coral blush. That might work too. Okay, and then matcha green. Do you ever just pick random colors? I do that often. And I'm trying to get it as close to this as possible, especially for, those of you that are brand new to teaching paint parties. I'm trying to show you that, you can get it as close to possible. Hello, true crime junkie. I love that. Let's see. Watching on my way home from work. Oh, be careful. Make sure you watch the road. I'll try to talk loud so you can hear me. Okay, so matcha green, paradise green. Oh, crap. Dang it. I'm still working with this new studio. We haven't gotten all the bugs fixed yet. And so, I'm still trying to figure this out. Oh, my gosh. Oh, from Georgia. Hey, Denise. Okay. All right. So let me get some greens here. Blue. I think that's a bluegrass. Hold on. A paradise green and a lush green. Lush. Found it. Yay. I'm very excited about that find. I'm going to take a mystic teal. I think that'll, oh, no. I want this one. Bluegrass green. I think that'll be better. Okay, let's see. Did you say, I've been in my classroom with hyped up 4 and 5-year-olds. Crafting is my therapy. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Did I tell you the story of that kindergartner that I taught that year? Oh my gosh, it was so hilarious. Anybody who's a teacher, let me know. I know you know this. Anybody who's a teacher, oh my gosh. One time I had this kindergartner. She was the cutest thing ever. And she said, Miss Easley, I want to give you a sticker. And then she gave me a sticker. And that sticker literally was a Band-Aid, not just a Band-Aid, but a used Band-Aid. I was like, no. And then I wore it proudly. And then I forgot to take it off until like I got home and my husband was like, Bobby was like, what is that? What? And I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what you do when you teach. Okay, so I'm just gonna paint this up. I haven't painted live in a long time, so I just wanted to oh man, my brush is like all gross. I just wanted to get on here live and answer any questions if you had about Paint Party Headquarters. I know a lot of times people are unsure of exactly what it is. Um, but one of the things I have really, really loved is that we are very good at always, looking and spotting trends. I'm very proud of our team for that. And just kind of a little bit of the history of this. And I'm just going to be painting and hopefully helping you through, whatever you're going through. If you've been thinking about doing something like this, um, maybe our time together will just be, kind of calm and peaceful. And I'm going to just try to bring some inner Bob Ross out. How does that sound? I'm going to try to bring my inner Bob Ross and just hopefully have some peaceful, easy feeling. No, I can't sing, but just some peaceful painting. Okay. And just talking about the possibilities of paint parties. Now, one of the things that I have been doing since I moved from Texas to Tennessee. Hey, Martha. Oh, hey, Melissa. That's so cool. Thank y'all for watching, by the way. I think I could craft for a living. Would say I'd be so much happier. It just relaxes me. Oh my gosh, I love that. It is very, very relaxing. Yeah, Melissa, we do a lot of times trace ahead of time. Let me show you even like the hats that we've been doing. Let me see if I have one over here. Oh, this is like the hat burning. So this is like freehand, but we do have it where you can do tracing. And let me show you one of the newest, which I'm obsessed with. This is so much fun. I almost put this out to paint today, but I wanted to show you a little bit about. So like these are hats that we have a contact inside Paint Party Headquarters that lasers them on. So they can be free painted or lasered on. Hey, Janet, good to see you. And then you can actually like just have your guests paint them. I recently did one of these parties and it was so much fun. So much fun. So there's all kinds of things. That's the thing when we say Paint Party Headquarters, yes, paint party, but really paint parties is about anything. It can be hat parties. It could be all kinds of stuff, glass parties, all kinds of things. So it's so much fun. So if you have joined Paint Party Headquarters, please let me know in the comments. And then I'm just going to channel my inner Bob Ross, answer a few questions, tell a few stories, and hopefully this will just be fun for us, for you and for me. Hopefully it'll be fun. So I'm just taking a little of this bluish green with a little white and just mixing it together. And I try to make this stuff so easy so that a beginner can do it. So you can see here, I'm going over my lines a little bit. I don't want to stress too much about being right on the line. So I'm just going over it just a smidge. And I don't have the exact color I wanted for the sky because we were just picking them out a second ago. So instead of, wasting your time, I just went kind of straight to a different color. Okay, so then we just kind of throw it on there. And hats, so we get them. So inside Paint Party Headquarters, we have a wholesaler we can buy them from in bulk. And then you can sell them at a party. So for example, I'm doing my paint parties for hats for $75 a person. Oh, hello, BFF. Hello. If you ever see people saying, hey, BFF, that's just because I want you to be my creative BFF. Hopefully, if you don't mind. If you want to be my creative BFF, I would love that so much. Okay, so we're going to be painting the water next. Let me grab my blue. I have a little bit of a darker blue. Now, I got to tell y'all about these animals. Let me know if you want to hear about our new cat and all the crazy animals that we have at Whimsy Hollow. Oh my gosh, y'all. So first off, it started with just ticks, right? Tennessee has ticks. So does Texas. I get it. But I didn't really have too many attaching themselves to my body like they are here. Then we started having mice. So a couple of days ago, we got a barn cat, which I'm very excited about. We're pretty much all allergic to her, but we love her so much that we don't care. And so this barn cat is, her name is Salem, and it's a black cat, and she has green eyes. She's so pretty. I shared a picture of her on my story, on my Instagram story yesterday. And she's so, so sweet. And so we're hoping that she will help. She's an outdoor. We're hoping that she will help with the mice. We have a little bit of a mice problem. So there's a few things that we're working out. And then we set up a deer feeder. And so now in the mornings, I feel like I'm like Snow White. I go outside and well, I look out the window first and there's deer and squirrel and just so many crazy things. And then now, yes, we just got a cat, an outdoor cat. So it's been kind of crazy, y'all. I'm just gonna put a darker blue right here because I want this to have the water feel. And remember, like Bob Ross says, this is our world. We can make it however we want, right? We can just create it however we want. So so it's been quite a little adventure, and I have loved it so much. So we went to Texas for a couple of days. We were in and out pretty fast. We had my grandma's funeral, and Pixie had her associate's degree, which I'm really proud of for her getting that. She did kind of dual credit during high school. So she was just kind of waiting to walk. So she walked and did the graduation. And then we came back home, and me and Bobby, like both were just like, oh, we just love this home so much. We love Tennessee. We love all the trees. Oh my gosh, it's just so cool. So anyway, so we're happy to be back with all of our animals. Oh, and I forgot to tell you. Oh my gosh, we just, oh, I can't believe I forgot to tell you this. We just let the chickens in the run. So I think that's how you say it. Again, we're brand new to this farming thing, but we took the chickens and we let them out of their like normal cage. Now they're in that longer cage, the run, I think they call it. I could be totally wrong, but I think that's what they call it. And in the pigeons, I'm sorry, not the pigeons. I keep calling my dragon dinosaurs pigeons. It's not. Oh, Bobby's planting. How cute is that? So cute. Oh, he's planting. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if you can see. Can you see him out there with the shovel? Maybe. I don't know if you can see. But yeah, so we not the pigeons, but the guineas. So those are supposed to help with ticks, I've heard. We're trying to do that. All right, so let's see. Let's see if y'all have any questions about Paint Party Headquarters. Oh, Candy, I know. I'm so excited about all of this. It's so fun to be mid 40s and kind of just starting something new. You know, I saw a Facebook post or Instagram post, I think it was today or yesterday, and it was talking about how so many people like started doing things later in life. And so it just reminds me of us and doing our business. Like a lot of times we think, oh, if we didn't do something in our 20s or 30s, like we can't do it. I think that's total BS. I think we have so much more wisdom and we know more of what we want when we're older. And then we start to take action and we know what's important to us and we can kind of filter through all the noise. And so, yeah. So again, I know Paint Party Headquarters isn't for everybody. And that's totally fine. However, if you have been thinking about it and you want to start to learn how to do this, I highly recommend getting in before fall so that you can already start getting your fall paintings going. So you can start getting, kind of your feet wet with making sure you know what you're doing kind of before you start the fall parties. I think it's just really cool too to like have some failures before it gets into the busy season. One of the things that I've been openly sharing with Paint Party Headquarters, and I'll share with you right now, is because I have moved to Tennessee and I am starting over with a whole new area of paint parties. And so what's been interesting is I basically have to prove exactly what I teach you to in the new area. So it's kind of cool to be able to literally go to Paint Party Headquarters and say, here's how I failed today. This sucked, but it's okay. And that's what I've been doing is like showing them, okay, I'm doing exactly what I teach. And here's where it's working. Here's where it's not working. I sent out some messages yesterday, just like I teach you inside Paint Party Headquarters. And so I'll be updating all of you in Paint Party Headquarters as well. Oh, yay, school's out. Awesome. Candy says, do you have protocols to guard against hawks for your chickens? No, what do I need? Tell me everything. I do not know. Like I said, y'all, we are brand new to this. We are, Bobby's worked on a ranch, but it was his early 20s. And then we've lived in the country before. But years ago we lived in the country, and so yeah, this is way new. Okay, so what I'm doing, if I haven't been saying it, I probably should have. What I've been doing is I'm just kind of taking this and just going back and forth. And if anybody wants the link to Paint Party Headquarters, please put PPHQ link or something like that so you can grab it. Also, if anybody's on here that is a member, if you'd like to say maybe what your favorite thing is about Paint Party Headquarters, that would be amazing. So yeah, so just let us know what your favorite thing is with Paint Party Headquarters. And then also if you are curious or interested and you want to take a look, go ahead and say link, please. And then you have until midnight tonight. So that's why I beware of raccoons. What the heck, Denise? What is going to happen with a raccoon? Is it like Elf where I just make sure I don't hug it? Is that what's going to happen? What is happening? What is happening? So crazy. Now I'm like, what is she going to say? I need to know. Denise, you can't leave me on a cliffhanger like that. Oh yeah. I was going to harness my Bob Ross. I'm going to be calmer during this video. A lot of times I'm very, very excited and just like that. And I'm trying to be a little calmer. We'll see if it works. We'll see. Sometimes I just get too excited about life, about everything. Okay. All right. So now we kind of got our water going down like that. Now what I want to do is I'm going to rinse my brush. And again, we're getting to this part. Okay. We're getting to this part. All right. They can get in the chicken yard and kill the chickens. Oh, great. Lovely. Oh, Candy, thank you for saying that. I know I feel like it is really a fun group. Oh, and if you're watching and you're PPHQ, I know we have this coming out as a bonus. That's going to be a bonus coming out. And then also we have the fall collection being released the beginning of June, which is really cool. It's a brand new fall collection. And then we have what was it? There was something else. Oh, yes. For all of you that are in Paint Party headquarters, we are announcing the newest location and selling tickets for the next Paint Party Business Live for 2026. And we're announcing the dates, the location, everything to Paint Party headquarters on June 24th. So make sure you mark that down. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to, oh, I put the wrong one first. Let me get my green. I'm going to grab my Lush green. Okay, Lush green. I love the cowgirl. I do too. Yeah, that was actually we have a lot of guest artists inside Paint Party headquarters. So it's not just all like my painting style because, you know, we all kind of have a style, right? As we've been painting a while. And so I like to have a lot of guests and it's just so fun. So fun. Okay, so I'm going to take this green, these green colors, and I'm going to take the Lush first. And all I'm going to do is just kind of start blobbing on these sections. So again, this is something that's really fun and easy to do. And just like Bob Ross, you can just blob. It's your world. Just have fun. It does not have to be exactly on. You can see I'm not even going exactly on those lines, but they're there if I need them. I'm going to take this, do a little under here. Blob, blob, blob. It's very, very important that you say blob. Blob, 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 blob. Oh, Janet, I know. I can't wait. I can't wait. I know you were on the cruise. You brought your husband on the cruise. I know, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost 100% sure you brought your husband. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But yeah, so I'm very, very excited about announcing that because I think spouses will definitely want to come too again if some of y'all like bringing your spouses. So I think it's going to be a fun opportunity for spouses as well. Okay, so we're just adding all of this in here. And for any of you that are like, oh my gosh, I really want to do this painting as a paint party, we have this inside Paint Party headquarters, and you can join before midnight tonight, and you'll get this plus hundreds of designs with everything ready to go. Step-by-step instructions, supply list, everything ready so that you look professional. Marketing materials is a really big one. Oh, my man is just planting. He looks so hot out there just doing his little planting. I get to paint with you and look outside, and he's just out there gardening. See if you can see him now. Can you see him? I don't know if you can see him. He's gonna be like, why do you keep showing me? He can't hear me though. Okay, so I'm just gonna add in some more of this green. This green, add it in. And then I wanted, while I'm doing this, if you have questions, please let me know. But I wanted to talk about confidence. One of the things that I think is so interesting is that every single one of us has a story. And one of the things that is very interesting to me is that when we are looking on social media and we're seeing people succeed, it's almost like we automatically discredit other people's stories, or we think that they don't struggle with confidence, or they don't struggle with what you struggle with. Now I want to challenge us all, including myself. I'm going to rinse my brush, and then I'm going to go back with the dark pink. So I'm going to start adding some dark pink, and then I'll add the lighter. But what I want to challenge us all with, and again, if this is boring talk to you, I totally get it. But I just noticed something the other day, and I thought, man, I feel like if we were all a little bit more kinder, and realizing that everyone struggles with failure. Everyone struggles with the feeling of not being confident enough. Everyone struggles with different things. And so I think a lot of times, just because somebody may look confident on camera, we automatically think, well, like for example, right now, well, Heidi, you've been doing this, like you're confident, but I can't be confident. oh my gosh, that is not true. You may see, oh, well, look, she did that paint party and, there's no way I could do that. No, this showing up and continually showing up all the time. And just like with you showing up with whatever you're doing, if you're doing paint parties, if you're doing whatever that job is that you have, just remember that that you weren't confident at the beginning, right? Like none of us are. It's a built skill. It's a skill set that we learn. And I think a lot of times people want to immediately say, I can't do that. Maybe you can, but I can't. But you have to remember that it's not that you can't, it's just you haven't learned that skill set yet. You haven't learned how to be confident yet. You haven't, and one of the biggest things I like to tell people is when I take action, that's when I start feeling confident. It takes repeated action over and over again to start feeling confident. So, for example, right now, I'm painting live for you, but I'm painting while I'm talking. I'm painting sideways. I'm painting while I'm holding this up. Yes, I could make the camera straight on and it would, be easier for, you to see, but also I couldn't come in here and say, different things and talk to you like how we're talking right now. And so I'm choosing to do it this way so that I can say hi and I can show you up close and I can say hi, right? But that took practice. That took a lot of years of practice. And so you may look and go, oh, well, she can do that, but there's no way I can. That's untrue. And I think it's a story we have to stop telling ourselves, that other people are just born immediately with the ability to do certain things. And yeah, I get it. God gives people certain talents, but He's given you talent. He's given you this desire for arts, for crafts. He's given you something, or you wouldn't be watching this right now, right? You wouldn't be staying tuned if you didn't have some kind of desire in painting or crafting or making money through painting or crafting, right? Like you have that desire. I'm just going to rinse this and grab some lighter paint to throw on there. So I want us to remember that. So the other day, somebody had said something about how they weren't as confident as I was. And I remember just like, I just let her say the story. But in my head, I thought, oh my gosh, like there's so many things that I have worked through. There's so many times I walk into a room and I feel so unconfident. There's so many times that I'm just like hoping somebody will smile at me or say hi to me because I'm awkward, or I feel like, or I overspeak, or I come on too strong, with trying to make friends or whatever. So I hope that you can remember, like, everybody has a story, and some of us are just better at hiding our awkwardness or our shyness or our feelings. Some of us are just better at hiding that in front of people when we are nervous. So please know that you're not the only one feeling that way. So if you think that, I want to teach paint parties, but I'm going to use light green now. I want to teach paint parties, but I'm just too awkward, or I'm too this. Everybody feels that way. Everybody's feeling awkward. Everybody's has feelings of not being good enough. Everybody has these feelings of, who am I to do this, right? So just know that you're not alone. There's plenty of learning for all of us. Plenty of learning for all of us to do. And I think it's more fun, way more fun, when we can do it together. So let me know if you've ever struggled with feeling unconfident, if you've ever struggled with thinking maybe you weren't good enough to do something. And I would love to know if you've ever had that and then overcame it. And the main reason I'm asking that is because I know in a minute I'm going to be finished painting, but there's going to be thousands of people that watch the replay, and they're going to be reading through your comments. And I would love for you to encourage those people that are coming to watch this later. Maybe they're watching it tonight and they're feeling, like they can't do this, or unconfident, or whatever that feeling is. I know we've all had that feeling. So I just want you to share maybe when you felt that way, or maybe how you've overcome it. If you have any tips for people that are going to be watching this later today. And just a quick reminder, you have till midnight if you want to join us inside Paint Party headquarters. Again, I know it's not for everyone, but if you are wanting to take your arts and crafts and turn it into a side gig, a side hustle, maybe make, $200 to $2,000 extra a month. We have people making all different prices. Some are making six figures with their paint party business. And then we have some people that are just making an extra 1,000 or 2,000 a month. And we have some people that are making 5,000 extra a month. We have some people that are just making a few hundred extra a month. We have some people that are brand new and they're just getting their feet wet and they're giving themselves space to learn. Me and my daughter and my husband are taking a pottery class right now. How many of you have taken a pottery class? Oh my gosh, it is so freaking hard. We're doing the wheel, and we're doing the wheel like where you actually spin, like on Ghost. If you've ever seen Ghost, and the other day Bobby came behind me and I was like, yay, Ghost moment. I was so excited. Oh yeah, harness my calm. It's really hard, y'all. I feel like my spirit animal is a wet chihuahua, just like at all times. I have a lot of energy and a lot of things going through this brain. But I'm trying to harness my calm energy. Dang it, it's so hard. Anyway, so we're doing this clay class, and we're it's 9 weeks, y'all. 9 weeks. It's crazy. 9 weeks long, and so we're trying to learn how to spin the clay, get it centered, and then we're making it into cylinders for mugs. Mine's not really a mug. Mine's more of like a plate. Mine just keep going down into a plate. I've gotten close, and then I got real frustrated one day, and I took a big old piece of clay and I managed to get it centered, which I'm gonna pat myself on the back. The instructor did say that is very hard to do. And so we ended up turning it into a big heart dish. And so right now it's drying. I'm hoping next week when I go to see it, it will be beautiful and I will just want to show everyone. But what I have learned as I was painting, or I'm sorry, as I was doing the ceramics, is I'm trying to learn patience, like patience with myself to learn a new skill. And so the reason I'm sharing this particular story with you is because I suck. Like, I'm not good. I'm not very good. I'm good enough to keep going, and I haven't been kicked out of the class yet, which one of the girls, like, they didn't kick her out, but they basically said, like, hey, let's get you over here to this, like, hand pottery, whatever you call it. So I'm not that bad. So I definitely am still allowed in the class, and I'm still able to, work on the wheel. But I'm definitely not the best. I'm definitely the worst. I'm definitely the worst in the class, besides the one that got kicked out. And she didn't get kicked out. She just got like nicely asked if she wanted to do another class because she's struggling with the wheel so much. And they just want her to have fun. She's there for fun. And so I wanted to really I thought I was going to go in there day one. Bam, get it, be ready. It's awesome. Everything's good. And it's not. I'm about to be on my 5th week, and Pixie and Bobby are over there spinning and just making all kinds of stuff. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, what? And all of mine are kind of like plates, or they've turned into bowls, and then the bottom falls out, like all kinds of craziness. So anyway, my point is I can give up, right? Like I can just, I'm not going anymore. However, I really want to learn to make a mug. And so I'm giving myself time to fail. And I think that's one of the things today, and that's why I'm challenging myself right now to harness Bob Ross's energy of just being calm, is because we don't ever give ourselves time to fail. We don't give I mean, when is the last time you have literally given yourself a moment to do something wrong? When? Can you even think about when that was? Let me know if you can. If you can give me a time when you gave yourself time to fail. We're always in the moment of everything has to be perfect all of the time. We can't fail in front of anyone. What are they going to think of us? Right? Like, we're always doing that. And why? Why can't we give ourselves time to learn something new? Why can't we give ourselves time to try something new? And that's just been like a really cool lesson that I've had over the past several weeks, is I'm not going to get it right away. As much as that drives me mad, I'm not, but it's okay. And I think that's the same thing in business. We have to give ourselves time to fail, time to regroup, time to know it's going to be okay. And then that way we can succeed. So when people see that you succeed, all of a sudden they say, what? That's an overnight success. Oh my gosh, it just happened overnight. Wow, that just happened overnight. No, it didn't. It never does. It's never an overnight success, right? It's always many, many, many hours behind the scenes that nobody sees. And that's how you get to your success. Nobody sees it. I'm just going to put in a little shading in here. Nobody sees all the countless hours of you working and you trying and you going and you're doing and all of those things. But I know you do, because none of us are an overnight success. It takes time. It takes time to succeed. It takes time, and it takes giving ourselves grace. It takes giving others grace when they're trying something new. And that's another thing too I love, is like, notice how we're giving other people room to grow. And are we immediately like cutting, someone else down? Or are we immediately like, oh my gosh, like, what are we? Are we the cheerleader? Are we the one that's like, yeah, you can do that? Or do we find ourselves being the one of like, maybe we shouldn't do that, right? Like, kind of notice. And I'm not saying, anything bad about that. I'm just saying notice. Notice how you react, because a lot of times that's what's stopping us from moving forward from things too. Is if we notice we're always kind of doing that to other people, it's almost our defense mechanism, right? For ourselves. So this got deep. I didn't mean for it to. My Bob Ross energy is harnessing into a therapist, I think, and I don't like it. I like being crazy. I kind of like the crazy energy. My husband would probably like the calmer energy, but yeah, let me know. Do you like me crazy, or do you like a little bit of the calm, or maybe a mixture? Maybe just a little mixture. Maybe we can have both. Maybe we can have both. What about that? All right, so I'm just adding some final lines in here just to make it, and again, this is very abstract, to make it have this kind of tree feel, just some little lines in here. And then we're gonna just keep adding a little bit more and we'll finish up. But I just wanted to make sure I got to talk to you before the doors close to Paint Party headquarters, because we have until midnight. And so I'm very, very, very excited to help you, and very excited to teach you what I know. And then, of course, get you ready for the busiest seasons in the paint party and crafting world. And we don't want to miss out. Has anybody been to Hobby Lobby lately? I noticed they had their pumpkins out already. We've already been working on fall paintings, all of that good stuff. Just so excited to have it all ready for you, so you don't have to think about it. It'll just be done. Isn't that cool? That's the biggest thing I needed whenever I was teaching full time, is just time. I just needed my time, and not having to come up with all the designs myself has been just a game changer. So that's what we do for you inside Paint Party headquarters, is we just get it all done and ready so you don't have to worry about it. All right, so I'm just adding this on here. Oh, and whenever you sign up by midnight, you're going to get this lookbook. Let me show you real quick what it is. It's going to have, this is going to be mailed to you, but it's going to have a ton of the paintings, not all of them, because, you know, we update this usually twice a year, but it's going to have so many paintings that you can immediately start using. And so you can use these for summer, spring, and fall, and Christmas. And then that way you have designs, everything ready to go. So you could actually take this and drop it off at a country club or a bank or wherever. And it really is a cool way to get business. It's just such a cool way. All right, so we're just kind of adding in some details, nothing serious. Again, just a little texture in here. Okay, and then let's see what I'm missing. I could work on this forever, just like your paint party people. So you have to just kind of, you know, make sure you're leading people along as you do this. I'm going to add in just a little bit of white up here. And my water is so messy, so I can't really get water on this, or it's all going to turn really dark brown. And anytime you can finger paint, I highly recommend it. Highly. Oh, oopsie. I got some of the tree in the sky. Not a big deal. We're just going to cover it up. Just going to cover it up. Okay. All right. So not too bad. And then I can add, if I want, I can go on with some lighter again with some white. And then also a little bit of, I see that I missed a little bit of the green into here. Almost like there's little trees kind of coming out from here. Oh, so fun. This is such a fun painting. All right, I could work on this forever. All right, but this is one of our paintings inside Paint Party headquarters. And there's hundreds more. If you want to be a part of it, make sure you join before midnight tonight so you can get all the fun bonuses. And then we're shutting the doors until late September. So I would love for you to be a part of this. You can just ask for the link or look above. There should be a link in the description. You can grab it. And I'd love to help you. So I hope that you'll join us inside Paint Party headquarters, and we'll see you inside and we'll have some fun. All right, bye.